As a best practice, it's strongly recommended that archives be stored on a separate drive. Now, we will walk you through the process of moving the archives from one location to another. First, to do this, let's go to the PyData archive, which is PySRV1, and let's open up PySystem Management Tool by going to Start, All Programs, PySystem, and selecting PySystem Management Tools. In here, let's open up Operation and click on Archives. Currently, we know that the archives reside on the same drive as the PyData archive, which is under C drive. Since this is not as per the best practices, we would like to move the archives to another location, namely under the E drive. To achieve this, first we need to change the tuning parameter. So let's go and click on tuning parameters, which is again under operation, and clicking on the archive tab. And scroll down and we will find the parameter which is archive underscore auto archive file root. So let's change this one to E. Let's now create the folder structure on the E drive to host the archive files. Let's open up the Windows Explorer, go to archive E drive, create a folder called Py, and create a subfolder called arc. So we have a PyArc, E PyArc, and we have E PyArc, and we are going to retain the name for the archive as the same. Then we will perform a so-called archive shift so that the new archive gets created on E drive. So as to do that, let's go back to Archives tab here and click on the Force Shift button, which is this one. It says Force and Archive Shift. Let's click that one and it should create a new archive under the new location. Lo and behold, we have created the archive under E drive. So this one is the primary archive. Now the next step which we need to do is we need to unregister the rest of the archives which is residing under C drive. So select all the rest of the archives except for the primary, and we need to click on this button which basically says unregister selected archives. We need to acknowledge yes, we want to do that. And if I click refresh, everything is gone. So currently only one archive is registered with the PyData archive. Then let's physically move the files to the new location. Let's go to C, PyArc, copy all these files, cut, and paste it into this location. Now that all the files have been copied to the new location, we need to register back these archives from the new location with the PyData archive. So as to register back these archives, let's go back to our PySystem Management Tools, click on Register. Let's navigate to this particular folder and select all the archive files. Please do not select the annotation files except for the primary archive, which is this one. So let's choose this. We just need to retain this one and these. With this, we have registered all these archives and we have moved archives to the new location, which is under the E drive. So in this video, we went through the process of moving the archives from one location to another. And we also noted that it is always a good practice to store the archives in a different location compared to that of the PyData archive.